Hello, my name is Christian, and you're watching Ryerson Theatre School Behind the Scenes. Last week, we took a look at the process of designing costumes and creating a lighting plot for a dance show. We have some more exciting behind-the-scene looks, so stay tuned. In this week's episode, we're going to be taking a look at one of the theatre school's most interesting and unique classes. After that, we're going to learn a little bit more about the New Voices Festival and look into the entrepreneurial spirit that the school fosters. Now let's head over to the wardrobe, where we're going to take a sneak peek into the exciting world of corsetry. We asked one of the students in the class, Jennifer Jacob, what it's all about.
It's a 3-hour class, and it's a workshop or studio type class. The first half we all made the same corset from a pattern, a historical corset, and for the second half we do a modern design of our own, or a historical recreation. Usually we start out with some instruction and a demonstration, and then we have the rest of the time to work. Or over the last few weeks we've had presentations on the history of corsets by decade, which have been really interesting. But mostly it's just free work on our own corsets in the second half of the class.
I then asked Jennifer about the painstaking process that goes into making a corset from scratch.
It is pretty involved. You use a lot of layers of fabric. First you have to draft the pattern and alter it to the shape of whoever you're making it for, and alter the design features if you want to do that, and then you have to lay it out on your up to 3 or 4 layers of fabric and cut through those, sew those together so that they're all in one piece and don't shift around on you. Then you have to attach them to each other, insert the busk, which is the front closure on a corset that allows you to get into and out of it by yourself without having somebody help get it over your head. And then sew the bone casings in, which is tricky. The boning keeps a corset solid. You then have to finish the top and bottom edges, and you can do that in a number of ways. It's mostly design choice there, and then after that there are a few things, hand sewing here and there, just to stitch things down on the inside and make sure nothing's chafing or uncomfortable for the person who's finally going to wear the thing.
Making corsets seems like a lot of time-consuming work. Another type of work that happens at the school is bringing stories from the page to the stage, and that's exactly what happens in the New Voices Festival. New Voices is a theater festival that was created by renowned playwright and faculty member Sheldon Rosen. New Voices offers a variety of shows each night. The festival celebrates what this generation of theater artists has to offer. All of the work is created and rehearsed entirely by the students. New Voices is about the students taking chances and developing great new work. Each night offers something new, making New Voices 2014 something you will not want to miss. What's sometimes hard to believe is that some of this work happens a year in advance. We sat down with Brenton, who doesn't have any work in this year's festival, but is planning to make a big splash in 2015.
My company is Manor Presents. We are an ad hoc theater collective built from several of the students in the third year class, myself as artistic director, Hugh Ritchie as the general manager and one of our performers, as well as Tom Sinclair, who is our arts manager and another one of our performers. We also have several other performers working with us from our class and the second year class, and they're all ensemble members for our show this summer. If it wasn't for the experience of being at this school, I never would have had an interest in doing something like this, because it's really given me the tools to understand how, right now we're working with Shakespeare, so we have a keen understanding, all of us, how to handle that kind of text and how to handle working with that text and making that text visceral and engaging in a good story. But also, the chair of the school, Peggy Shannon, has been an immense help with me in learning how to produce, as well as having several production classes, which have come far more handy than I ever realized they were. Everyone in the company is planning to write something. If not, they've already started. Myself, I'm working on 3 tentative projects, trying to pick which one I will ultimately go with. One of our ensemble members, Anna Fraser, has been working on an amazing piece which will hopefully be in the festival next year, as well as Tom Sinclair is writing a piece about dream state and the power of dreams. So the way that Wolf Manor Presents hopes to be involved is we hope collectively to produce the things that we are all working on in order to spread the workload out of producing amongst all of us, opposed to just being one person's sole responsibility for the show that they wrote. The thing that Ryerson has brought to me the most is the notion of an ensemble. I completely think that there's no such thing as a lead or star structure. I think that is such bullshit. And if anything, I've learned the power of the ensemble because I'm in a class of 21 other amazing actors, 22 including myself. And I've learned the power that those collective minds, as well as, as many or more production students and a compassionate director brings to really bringing something off the ground. So if anything, the Ryerson experience has led me to believe in that power, which is the way that I plan to direct and work in shows in the future, is that we're all in it together. And I think, yeah, it's greater than the sum of its parts, and that's really important.
For more information on Wolf Manor Presents, like them on Facebook at www.facebook.com/wolfmanorpresents. We hope you enjoyed this behind-the-scenes look at Ryerson Theatre School. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and like us on Facebook. The link is in the description. Also, come venture backstage with us again next week when we look at the Ryerson Theatre School summer camp and the work of the automated lighting class. This is Christian, your backstage tour guide, and hope to see you again soon.